Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be making the girls' advent calendar. I'm not making it within a big box like I did to Simon's because I don't have a big box. I need some boxes. I need to get my hands on some. But I do have multiple small boxes, and I'm just going to do an advent calendar stack basically and put it on the sideboard, and they can just take one off a day, work their way down. I think that is how I'm going to have to do it, and hope that they don't all topple over in the process. I will number each one, so that should make it a little easier if they do get muddled it. And actually, I'll probably put their initial on it as well, so that should make it even easier. I mean, it won't matter too much who has what because they're both going to pretty much have the same thing anyway. But this is my little setup that I've got so far. So I've got a big stack of boxes there, as you can see. I've got some other random boxes because I don't think I'm going to have enough otherwise. Then these are the actual like present things. So I bought all these in the sale last year. Loads and loads of socks. So Christmassy socks. Got some from Fat Face. I got some from the sock shop. They feel so nice. They're really pretty as well. Some are in... Ooh. That, you just about to see a penguin there. Some say no peeking. I've got a couple that are like sets. So obviously I would be splitting them all. I've got enough for 12 pairs of socks each, which I know sounds a bit extreme for Christmas socks. But they will wear them throughout the year anyway, especially Hannah. She does not care. She'll wear Christmas socks in the middle of summer because why not? They're still socks. So, some really pretty socks there. Also got some other goodies in here for them. Candy canes, got Maltesers. We've got some Freddos. We've got some peanuts. All sorts of stuff in there. Right. So what I'm going to do is sort out what I am putting in each one, and then I will be back and just show you the quick setup. Okay, honestly, at this point, I do not know how I'm going to wrap them all in the boxes that I've got, because I'm going to try and do 2 to a box. But this is basically the setup, so I've split the socks into 2 just for fun. And I'm going to do, yeah, well, you can see, basically, 1 each day with something. So let's get on and have a go at wrapping them all. I've got quite a few of these boxes saved up, all the same ones, which is really helpful. I saved them up for quite a long time. So we used to have a subscription to Snackverse, and you get a box each month from a different country, mostly European countries. We have had Australia, but I don't think we've really had anywhere else outside of Europe. But yeah, they're really handy little boxes to keep for something. So I thought I'd save them all up for the girls' advent calendar. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get enough for like 1 for each day, but it's fine. I've got other boxes I can use. So I'm putting something little, like a little chocolate with each sock, just to make it a little bit more interesting, give them something else each day, but to stop them all rolling out everywhere. Obviously we've got a dog, so I don't want her to get hold of any of the chocolate at all, so I've just tucked them inside each sock before I wrap them, just so that when they open it, it doesn't all sort of roll out everywhere on the floor. You may be wondering how are they not going to get their socks muddly-dip between each other, but I haven't done it yet. But what I will do is what I usually do if they have my 2 girls have the same socks is I'm not very good at sewing because I am blind, so I cannot sew to save my life, but I do sew like a little coloured ball or blob type whatever, you know, pattern, whatever pattern it comes out to be, in Rebecca's socks, and we know that they are hers because that just, you know, it just saves a lot of hassle in them arguing over things in the future, so that I know whose socks are whose and they can all sort them out themselves if they want to as well. I've got absolutely tons and tons here, so I ended up having a pair of socks left over, so I just gave them anyway, because for some reason I must have miscounted and I had 26 here, which is a bit odd, but there we go. So not only did I have 26 pairs, obviously I had to wrap them individually, each sock, so I ended up wrapping, what was that, 52 socks individually, so quite a lot of wrapping. And then on top of that I had to wrap the boxes afterwards as well, so an awful lot of wrapping, an awful lot of sellotape. So to save myself a bit of time, I like to tear off loads of pieces of sellotape in advance, stick them all over my trousers because it saves a little bit of time when you come to wrapping, and then just number the parcels and number the boxes just to help yourself out a bit later on when it comes to wrapping. Although I did forget, once I'd wrapped up the boxes, sometimes I was forgetting which number I had just wrapped up. So I had to keep stopping the video, look back on the video, which was really handy that I did video it because I could see which number I'd written. So I'm not showing you every single package, I'm showing you quite a lot of them, but there were so many that it would take all day to video and all day to edit and all day for you to watch. So I'm sure you'd rather just see, you get the gist of what I was doing, wrapping them all up, putting them in a box, numbering them all, and then wrapping the box back up separately afterwards as well. it's taken me a very long time, they just toppled down then, to package up all of the things within the boxes. I don't know how to do this. I accidentally cut one to start with down the middle, and I thought that I could just sort of put a separator in between, but that's too much like hard work really, when all I want to do is wrap them a little gift each for Advent, and then they can open them. That's the main thing, the main point. So don't want to overcomplicate it, so all I'm doing, if I can open this one, is within each box, you've seen it already, there's a gift each per day, and then I'm just going to wrap these boxes just so they look a little bit more Christmassy, and they can take it in turns if they want to open one of these each day and hand out the present. So I'm just going to get on and wrap all of those up and then write the numbers on them and stack them all up on my sideboard. It's going to look a bit busy on there, but you know, it's all about the fun, so it's all about the colourfulness of Christmas. So let's get on and wrap all of those, and I'm sure the girls are going to love it no matter what it looks like. So at least I've put my time and effort and thought into it, so I'm sure they will enjoy it no matter what. So let's get on with that. So like I said, initially what I wanted to do was separate each box sort of down the middle, split it down the middle, and put like a partition in so the girls could open their own little halves each, or have 2 days per box or something like that. But I ran out of time, so I didn't get the chance to do that. But I think what I've done is perfectly okay, and they all are going to be happy with. And we've got like a nice stack of boxes. Thankfully they are boxes and they're not just packages all stacked up, because they will definitely topple over. Boxes tend to stack quite well, and if I do it like front to back, you know, take one off the top of the pile and then work your way down through the pile, I think that will work out quite well. And they can, you know, nothing's going to go falling over, hopefully. And it's just something nice. They can wear these every day during December. Obviously you get to a certain amount of days and you will be washing them, but there we go. You know, that's just life. We're continuously washing socks. These bits of paper don't really fit. If you don't cut it quite the right size, it's not the end of the world, because it's an advent calendar. They don't care. They're not going to study the wrapping skills. They're going to rip open the packages and enjoy what's inside. So don't be too hard on yourself. If you're not the best at wrapping, I'm not. I do okay. Sometimes I misjudge the size that I've cut, and I try and squeeze a bit more out of what I can, but you know, it is what it is, and it's not the end of the world, because it's just meant to look colourful and be a little bit of fun. I'm done. I've finished, and I'm surrounded by stacks of boxes now, so have a little look at these. There we go. Right, so I'm going to go and pop them over on the sideboard, stack them in kind of a rough order. So the ones on the top, I've done it kind of with a bit of a thought in mind that the biggest boxes are at the bottom anyway. So like this is one of the smallest boxes. It's number 1, so it'll be top of the pile. Oh, and hopefully easier to reach, and they will balance a little bit better. So I'm going to go and pop them all on the sideboard, and then we will be done. There we go, I'm really happy with that. So we've got the girls' advent calendar there in stacks. So they're going to start like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, work the way down and then to the back row. So that is great. And then here we have Simon's advent calendar, which you've all seen, and it's just like box with presents inside. And then they have the Kinder advent calendar and the Milky Bar advent calendar. And I haven't shown you my advent calendar yet, but I will show you that pretty soon because it'll be the 1st of December any day now. So yeah, but I'm very excited about my advent calendar that Simon's bought me, and I will show you that shortly. But I hope you enjoyed this video on my DIY advent calendar. It's not like, you know, a proper advent calendar, everything's within a box and stuff like that, but it is what I wanted to do. It's homemade, the girls are going to love it, and it's just a little bit of fun at Christmas time. So you can, like I said with the 1st of December box, you can spend as much or as little as you like on it. You can, you know, I've done all sorts of advent calendars in the past. Don't know if you know what sums are, little Disney collectible things. The girls were obsessed with those years ago when they were younger. I did that for them. So ones that they didn't have, you can actually buy to like finish your collection. If you're collecting them, you can buy them, lots of collectibles that have been opened but resealed and stuff like that on eBay, and you can finish your collection. So I've done that for the girls in the past. They've had all the, you know, Funko advent calendars and stuff like that, but I just fancy something different. They're a bit older now, so they're not necessarily into all that sort of little toy collectibles and stuff like that, but this is just a bit of fun, and it's also something usable, so why not? I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you are making your own advent calendar, or if you have done it in the past, or if you're going to in the future. I'll be really interested to know. And have you got any ideas, really? Because it's difficult, isn't it, when you've got teenagers especially? It's difficult to come up with ideas, because I feel like teenagers are a difficult age because they have a lot of stuff already. So what could you possibly get them that they don't already have? Anyway, so thank you so much everybody for watching my video. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Thanks for watching everyone. Goodbye.